Welcome to the Creation Evaluation Station. On this episode, we are going to be evaluating this. It's Lego Jurassic World Baryonyx Face-off. The treasure hunt. Very interesting name. Not sure what's all going on with the set, but it looks fun. Anyways, and it's got some interesting vehicles. But anyways, if you're not familiar with my videos here, I give in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, both new and old, mostly Lego, but sometimes other products as well. I also do reviews and discussions of other creative works, such as movies, video games, and cartoons. And because these are in-depth reviews, they tend to be long, so make sure you're checking out the timestamps down below the red bar or down in the description. They will help you navigate it to find the parts you want to see the most, because you may not want to see the whole thing, or you may not have time to watch the whole thing, so you can use them as bookmarks as well. So, let's take a closer look at that. Slow down. Definitely have a lot going on with this set. Palm trees. Kinda two vehicles. And this is what the back of the box looks like. So the stats on this thing are, it's set number 75935. It's for ages 7 and up. Has 434 pieces and retailed for $59.99. It's no longer available, so it's probably going to have to find it at a higher price than that on the secondary market. Yeah, this looks really fun. Kind of looking forward to it. There's a lot of different things going on here, not just a big old dinosaur. So, let's go head out and check out what's inside the box and put it together. Here we have the contents of the box. We have 2 instruction booklets. We've got some stickers. Not too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not many at all. Then we have bag 1, bag 2, bag 3, and some bag dinos, sort of. They were not sealed. Was dumped the bag out and pieces went everywhere. But we'll get him the rest of the way out of the bag here shortly. We can breathe. Here's our liberated dinosaur, along with bag 1. Got a lot of plates in this. A lot of these 2x3s, but a lot of larger long ones and wide ones. Some other things mixed in here, including these railings, grills for the Jeep, Owens in here. Got a mixed bag of a lot of small studded and tiled pieces, including some transparent dots and transparent stud tiles. I don't know what we should call those. But, yeah, good mix of parts here. And here we have bag 2, and there's all sorts of cool things in here. Got some tires and wheels, probably for a vehicle. Got this cool blue window screen, regular clear windscreen. We got palm trees, some blue pieces, some light blue, some angle pieces. Here's a tail piece. We have a printed map, and we have treasure chests, silver fish. We got 2 characters, whole bunch of accessories for minifigures, some grass. We even have a little puppet dog. Isn't he cute? I think he's dual mode, but I'm not sure. We got some shiny jewels over here. We got some more over here. Some clear studs, diamonds, more leafy parts, some clear dots. Lots of fun pieces in here. That's something you see normally in Jurassic World sets. On to the last bag here. We've got some really large plates, but not too many. Mostly bricks. Hinges, we got some windows, and we have a door. And really big bricks, by the way. Some rubber tires. There's windows for some glass, quote-unquote glass for our windows. We have our last figure in here. Accessories, more greenery. Too much of note. We do have these printed pieces. I really like the cassette tape. The tape. The other one's a keyboard, but my gosh, they picked the wrong color for that. It should be a lighter color for the brick. Doesn't show the print very well. Maybe there's a reason for that, but it could look better without such a dark color. And that is that. Let's go finish this up. Here are our leftover parts from this set, and a lot of good stuff. All sorts of accessories. We got a machete, we got some wands, syringe, we have a little pistol. This is odd to be extra. I wonder if I missed that somewhere. Well, anyways, yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff here. Even a bunch of gems, which that's always fun. The more gems you have, the richer you are, right? Oh wait, they're only plastic, but one can pretend. And then we have the typical dots and, small little bits. We have our cast of characters here. There's these two guys here I'm not familiar with, but I have a list. I will read them off. But first, we'll start with the ones I do know. We have Owen Grady, of course, and Claire Dearling. Now, the next guy there with the glasses is Danny Niedermeyer. Quite a last name. And the next one is Sinjin Prescott. I don't know who or where these characters are from. They may have been lesser characters in the movie, but I'm not familiar with them. Oh, and also, let me not forget, we have Red here along the side. Cute little doggo. But, taking a closer look at these figures, Mr. Prescott here also has a hairpiece. So that was nice of Lego, giving him some hair. Let's get it on there straight. There you go, handsome devil that he is. So that's nice. You can see here we got some metallic print on some of the characters. The Prescott guy here does not, but everybody else does, including Owen's vest there. Little doggo here does have anti-studs sort of on them. They fit between his feet. This is only a 1x2 he's standing on. He actually would stand better on a 1x3. I'll show that in a moment. But first, let's pop off the hair pieces, remove the accessories, look at them closer, and take his hair back off. Okay, here we have everybody taken down. Wait a minute here. I think we have the wrong torsos. Yes, we do. Mr. Prescott has a very thin waist. Okay, what I said before, I lied. Mr. Prescott does have shinies on his torso. It is Claire who does not. Now we have the right torsos. They are similar shades of green. I don't know if that's what did it. I don't think they were even in the same box together, so bags together. So I'm not sure how that happened, but it happened. Anyways, we have the right torsos on the right bodies. Now, I was going to say that all these prints look really good, except for some opacity issues. But they're not too bad. The biggest, I think, offender is this one here. Green really comes through. This one looks fine. I think he's got a white shirt underneath, but it still looks good. These other guys have flesh tones, and I think they look pretty good. The blue one might be a little off as well. Now the doggo here is pretty cute. Like I said, he fits better on a 1x3 base rather than a 1x2. He is stuck on there, but mostly by his front feet and just catching the one back foot, but he comes off really easy. He's got a printed face, but I do believe that the rest of the body here is dual molded. And I noticed he doesn't look quite like the doggo on the cover. Slightly different brown, but that's probably due to the dual molding. And let's check out their backs. He's got a really nice symbol there on his back. These, yeah, pretty standard, look nice, and this isn't bad. It's got more, you know, gadgets and stuff on his back there. Looks like a walkie-talkie. Now, he doesn't have a double face, and that's most likely because of the hat, but everybody else does. Looking pretty good, or scared, or not so good, as the case may be. But yeah, there we got it. We have one more character to go, and it's the big star of the show, right? Well, I don't know. I think the dog is the star of this set. We have our big old dino star for the set, the Baryonyx. He's quite a long boy. He doesn't fit in the camera very well. He's got a really long tail. That's the most part. We're going to leave it hang off there just a little bit so we can focus on the rest of him. And now, this is... I'm not sure which set came out first. Actually, I think this may have been part of the same wave. But this is for most part, this main body, in the exception for the head, is the same as the Indoraptor. Right down to the claws, which this guy should not have sickle claws, but they used the same feet, unfortunately. That is an inaccuracy that I'll have to deal with. Other than that, it looks really good. It's got a really nice paint scheme, color scheme. Has a really nice color scheme, and it is nicely painted on. Very reminiscent of the newer blue character from the Jurassic Park Dominion sets. The gray body and the blueprint, and it looks really nice. It's got really nice face, and we have some really nice, I believe those are painted on teeth, although maybe they did some dual molding there. I'm not sure. If they're really nicely painted. They're dual molded. That's pretty cool. It has and the neck. It looks better than Indoraptor. It doesn't have that giant head bulge here. If you go back to that video, link should be here at the top of the screen. You'll see what I'm talking about with there. You can even skip to the timestamp where it just says Indoraptor. See what my thoughts are on that. This looks really good. The only time it starts to look bad is when you bend the neck way up, but even then it's just a very slight bulge here. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, even if you get the right angle, like he's down on all fours looking up like this, you know, you don't even notice the bulge too much, and it looks pretty good. Just stand it back up here, upright. Move the head down. Pretty good. It still looks pretty decent. Doesn't look too broken. It's got nice snapping action. Already heard me snapping it because it's fun to play with. A nice paint job with the eyes. They look good. The arms, up and down motion with them. And we also have wrist motion. And this is just like the Utah Raptor, and he can hold in his hands a minifigure in his hands, which I really like that. Now, I've seen a newer Baryonyx figure, and they do not use these hands. They're the fixed hands, and they're different. And I don't know why they use them. I kind of like these, except I'm not so fond of the rubber. They are rubbery. The hands. The upper arms are still regular plastic. But before getting farther, we got a 2x6 studded area here on his back, and his legs rotate, and individually, of course. Sorry, I didn't mean to show any different. And we also have anti-studs on the bottom of his feet, and we have a tail rotation that we probably don't really need, but it's there. It's really stiff too. Another reason why it's not really necessary. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? I like that color scheme. I like it better than the newer one too. I don't have it. It's still out in the market. I might get it someday. Okay, we've got everything gathered here for this set, and it looks pretty good all together. Got some nice terrain stuff. You got the Jeep and the camper and the dinosaur, and we'll look at everything individually. We've already checked out the dinosaur. We've already checked out all the figures. So let's start with that terrain piece. But before I jump right in there, just take it in. Let's move the dinosaur out of the way. Just, you know, look at that terrain piece. That is something we don't get usually in Jurassic World sets. Is just some flora, you know, and even some fauna. We got some fishies here. This is a very unique set in that aspect, as we got, you know, plants. Something, you know, you usually see in some like older sets is, you know, just some plants for decoration or whatever. And since the jungly area that's supposed to represent Jurassic World, you'd think you'd see more. But I have a feeling they cut it for to cut the budget. They cut them out for the budget reasons. Now there are some other sets that have some trees and stuff in, but they're pretty rare. Now let's move in and look closer at that. Putting some of the other things off to the side. Excuse me, fellas. You guys can go play with the dinosaur. Careful not to get eaten. Let's look at this. Not plant. Diorama. We'll say it's a diorama. We got some lovely silver fish here. And I think you're supposed to look through here and see the fish in the waterfall. So this is supposed to be a waterfall. I don't know what's behind here. Maybe there's supposed to be more of a mountain area behind it. But yeah, and we got like little clear things looking like bubbles and stuff. It's simple, but it's really nice. We have this palm tree, which I find interesting. I wish they still had the old palm tree parts. They used to have a segmented tree section, and you could move the tree. It was jointed, and you could move it to any position you wanted to. And it's odd they got rid of those parts, because they still have the palm leaves, which they use these leaves. And also this, if you could see this off-white color, I guess it's light tan piece back here behind the leaves. They used that as well. This would go into that tree. Instead, they use this tail piece here, which works. It gets the job done, but I do miss those older palm tree parts. They're probably a little bit more expensive to make because there's a lot more plastic involved in them. But they allow for posability and stuff that you don't get with something like this. And they even, I would say, look a little bit more realistic than this. But, you know, times have changed. They've retired that part. Well, I don't know why not the others. I don't know. That's just kind of strange. But it's nice to see a palm tree, just the same. I do find it odd that they used the light tan color there. But it's not terrible. You don't see, it's covered up for the most part. Maybe that's kind of what palms look like more. I mean, I'm taking things for granted. I don't live in an area where there's palm trees, so. Now, to this other side, this little mountain here with some green steps on it or whatever. You have a character stand there. You can have a character stand here, but watch what happens when they do. Whoosh! The weeds spread apart, and we have a treasure chest. And in it, we have lots of gems, and there's some gold in there as well. This is a nice little fun function. You can play with the characters. Now, this whole set is rather odd. This doesn't represent any parts of the movie or whatever. It feels like it's a kind of a homage to the old Lego Adventures line. I'd say I'm not even sure who this character is. But yeah, he comes with a treasure map as well. So he's looking for this treasure on Isla Nublar, which this is. You can see here. The torn map, but that is Isla Nublar. It's kind of cool. But yeah, this is a nice little fun, and it's different. It adds to the story elements going on in here, which we'll talk more about that in the final eval, but I just wanted to point out stuff. Now from the back, it doesn't look quite as good, but you know, good enough. It's mainly the front you should be concerned with. That's where all the action is. Now let's move to the camper. Oh, I had it turned around backwards for that. Oh well. As you can see here, it's got a nice door. It's got a nice awning on it. We've got a handle here because this opens up. But before we do that, let's open up the door so we can look inside that way. Because you can play and open up this way, but obviously you don't have access to everything in there. So, you take this handle, you open it up. The door sticks really well because there's a clip here and clips right on into there. So it's held in good. Once inside, we have a frying pan. We have a tape recorder. And nice bed and a computer, which there's supposed to be a sticker on there, which I didn't put on, obviously. Probably one of the stickers that kind of needs more than some of the other ones. There's a nice little bed in there. It's kind of spacious. There's, you know, some detail here. Not a super lot, but some. And close it back up. Look at the top here. We got a radio antenna, so we can call for help. And a nice little chimney. I don't know where the heating unit is inside, but there you go. Got a chimney. On the other side, it's pretty plain. Got a window. That's it. Nothing else happens here. This back window's boarded up, which is kind of funny. Trying to keep out the dinosaurs. This comes off fairly easy, and I'm not sure why. There's nothing really to do there. I mean, it doesn't fall off, but it does come off easy. It's a nice thing they did there for the shaping of the camper to give it the nice rounded camper rather than just being a complete box. And on the underside, we have these that move up, and they are the stands that you're supposed to stand it on when you park it. Holds it in place. But we have some really good wheels back here that roll in, and we have a ball joint, a ball to hook up to a tow ball. There's the word I'm looking for. A tow ball to hook up to the Jeep. And altogether, it rolls pretty well. Turning's a little bit off, but it still rolls really good. So you can take your trailer and take off with it. Now let's move on to that Jeep. We're gonna pop this off and just look at the Jeep. Jeep's kind of nice looking. It doesn't seem to call back to any particular Jurassic Park or Jurassic World vehicle, although they have plenty of Jeeps all around. So it's definitely, geared for off-road. Got roll bars and everything else all over it. Got some accessories back here. We have one of those box high power flashlight things. And, I don't know what this is supposed to be, just a thing. But we got a wrench in there, and some nice moving rearview mirrors. We got doors that open and close. This is a two-seater. It's really nice. You got the steering wheel there, but it's a two-seater. Very nice. Put both Owen and Claire in there. Keep the couple together. Bump that clip, but I get the mirrors in the right spot. We do have posability up here with the lights. Probably want to pose them together. We have a hood that opens up, which I find interesting. There's not a lot to see there. I guess that's supposed to be the top of the motor, maybe. But it's also protected, too. There's supposed to be a sticker here with the Jurassic World symbol on it, but I didn't put it on. Front grille looks nice. It's built up quite a bit. The license plate number would go there. There's another sticker that I should probably put on for appearances, although these, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Probably not going to tear them apart, though. And here's the back. Got some taillights, nice taillights, and sticker doesn't go on there, or at least I hope not, because that's not a smooth surface. That's an ingot piece. If they're going to put something sticker on there, they should have used regular tile. But underside, not too much to see here. We got this smooth bottom plate. Though why, I don't know, because that's not going to touch the ground. But it's there. It actually helps hold these pieces together while you're building it, but I don't see why they used a rounded one. They could have used regular plate. Doesn't really matter, though. Like I said, rolls good, just like it does with or without the thing on there. And that's pretty much it. So let's go back to the desk and give this a final eval. Time for a final eval. But first, my general thoughts. I like this set. It's very different from most Jurassic World sets, but I think it comes into there was a whole wave that came out that really had nothing to do with the movies, and they had other things going on that they came up with, stories and scenarios they came up for themselves, including that robotic T-Rex, which I don't have that set. I'd love that set, though. I'd love to get that set, I should say. But yeah, I overall like this set. This is very different. We got a treasure hunt going on, which is something different and adds to the story and play value of this. And most of the things look pretty good in here. Now, let's get on with the main eval. In regards to appearance, like I just said, everything looks pretty good here. I love the looks of this dinosaur. This little topiary flora area here with the pond and stuff looks really nice. The characters look good. I love the little dog. The vehicles are nice looking. They aren't best. I think I've been spoiled a little bit with the Dominion sets, but they still look good. So I ended up giving it a 9. If the vehicles were on the same quality as the ones we got with the Dominion sets and some other things, it probably would have gotten a 10. But it's not bad overall. It still looks decent. Yeah. So appearance is a 9. Now, as far as function, everything works great in here. I like the little, hidden doorway here to the treasure chest. The opening up of the camper here is really great. It works nice. Everything rolls good. There's nice little hood action here. The Jeep you can open up. Doors open good. And everything works fine. And I gave it a 10. There's nothing really could say bad about that doesn't work right here. Now fun. There's a lot of fun here to be had. Dinosaur, but it isn't just dinosaur and vehicle with this set. There's a story going on here with trying to find the hidden treasure, apparently, that's on the island. With that being said, I gave this a 10. There's more here going on than your typical Jurassic World set, and for that, I really like that. That's fun. Now, as far as technique, this is where things aren't, well, they aren't bad, but they just aren't as exciting. There is a little, I don't know if it's amazing technique. I do like the use of the waterfall parts, but they've used this type of thing for waterfalls before. The opening of the door, there's nothing amazing here for technique, and there's nothing bad. So it's just okay. So therefore it got a 9. I've seen some, I think I got spoiled a little bit with the Jurassic World stuff, because some of their vehicles, stuff you couldn't see, there were some interesting ways to build. This one felt very basic to build, even though they did some nice stuff trying to get some details on the exterior, but inside it's pretty basic. So yeah, 9. That we add it all up is 38 divided by 4. Is that right? Yeah, 38 divided by 4, and we get an average of 9.5. So that's the score on that. Now, we're back to older sets. We're going to talk about price. We're going to give it a price grade. So, what do you say? This is a $59.99 set. And just looking at it, you get a lot here. I'd maybe wanted to give say around $50 worth of stuff. The 60 is not terrible. Now, going down to the actual nitty gritty and doing the math, we get 13 cents per piece. And yeah, that's 3 cents over. It's a bit expensive. It's not as bad as some of the Jurassic Dominion sets, but it feels like a lot here, though. So you feel like you're getting your money's worth. What's almost 2 vehicles, maybe we call this a vehicle and a half, with the third wheel, supposedly, so to speak. And you get this topiary, and you get a good-sized dinosaur. This is what I call a medium-sized dinosaur, something along those lines. Plus 4 figures, including a dog. So this is almost 5 figures. A little doggy. So I would say this is really good. Good price, and even though I'd like it a little bit lower, I think $50 would be better. And at that, it comes, I think, to 11 cents, which is much more closer to that 10 cents. It's still a good set, and it's a decent price, not the best price. And I end up giving it a pass. So yeah, the price isn't too bad here. That gives our overall rating a 9.5p. So, this is a really decent set. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of different things going on, which makes me happy to see. I actually enjoyed building this more than the Jurassic World Dominion sets, because although the vehicles were really cool, but the overall there was a very same thing going on with all of them. While this one felt, we had some, like this camper, something I had not built. I built a couple Jeeps and trucks and everything else for the other set. Don't get me wrong, they were nice builds. I like them, but they were the same. It just got tired of building the same thing. So this was kind of fun building this, which was different, and also building the little terrain piece here, which is different. So yeah, that's the final eval, and also more of my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button. If you didn't enjoy this, well, you can hit the dislike button too. But also let me know what you didn't like about it. If it's just the set, well, I can't change the set. But if, there's something, you have any criticisms about this video, please let me know down below so I can see what I can do about making it better for everyone. Well, not everybody can agree on everything, so some people might like it, some people might not. Anyways, enough of that pitter patter. Also give it if you have not subscribed to my channel or are new here, please hit that subscribe button, and of course notifications. I also have links down below to my Twitter and Facebook accounts, and I give notifications there. They usually get out faster than YouTube gets them out, so if you want, sign up there and you'll see it. Sometimes I might even put a little news in some of those that you're not going to get for the YouTube, at least not yet, as that option hasn't been unlocked yet. But yeah, so that's it for me here at the Creation Evaluation Station, reminding you that creativity is key.